Hi, I'm Troy with Wohler USA. I wanted to take a minute today to talk about the importance of sweeping your masonry fireplace. This is something that should be done once a year. It can be done by yourself at home, or it can be done by an industry professional. If you're new to fireplaces, or if you just bought a home and have a fireplace, this is a perfect video for you to learn the basics to doing this, why you should do this, and the best practice for doing this. As we burn a fire, we're consuming carbon. As carbon burns, it produces soot. Soot builds up on the walls of the flue in the interior of the chimney, and as time goes on, that film gets thicker and thicker and thicker until eventually it starts to condense into a liquid state, which then solidifies into what we call creosote. Creosote is extremely flammable and is one of a contributor to chimney fires. Sweeping your chimney is a great way to eliminate that potential. We're going to be using a snap and sweep rod set by Wohler USA. The snap and sweep rod kit comes complete with 30 feet of chimney rods, a rotary drill handle, a rotary adapter for connecting the rods to your drill, a rotary head, which you can change out with chains, different gauge strings for removing different levels of creosote and soot buildup, and it comes with a traditional 8-inch brush. We're also going to want to focus on PPE, such as gloves, respirators. Here I have two forms of respirators. I have your standard negative pressure respirator. You can purchase one of these from any hardware store. Just make sure that the filters are rated for the type of soot that's going to be coming out of your chimney. We also have positive air respirators, which have a battery pack and two filters on the top here that pulls air in and blows air out so that soot and particles cannot come in. I prefer this style. However, this style works as well. I like to wear long sleeves to cover my skin, to keep the soot and the creosote off my skin. I like to wear a hat so I don't get stuff in my hair. There's a lot of other little tools and things that you're going to need to sweep a masonry fireplace, such as a paintbrush for detailing and removing soot. I use an auto detailing brush to get into the tight little corners, but any brush would do. You're going to want a pair of pliers for removing some cotter pins around the damper frame. The damper does not need to be removed, but is encouraged to remove the damper. And we're going to want a vacuum cleaner, preferably a shop vac with a HEPA filter and a bag inside to collect the soot. Soot will clog up a HEPA filter very quickly and reduce its efficiency, and soot could come back into the room. We're also going to want a 5-gallon bucket, any bucket you can use, just to collect the ash and the soot from the fireplace. We're also going to want a shovel for scooping and removing soot and ash from the fireplace as it falls down. A quick note to cover, do not use the fireplace within 24 hours of sweeping the chimney. If you know you're going to sweep the chimney, say on Monday, I would not use the fireplace on Sunday to give it a full 24 hours to cool off. You do not want to scoop any hot embers or any hot ash into a plastic bucket. It could melt the bucket, it could burn the floor, it could cause a fire. If you're using a metal bucket, the same thing. The heat can radiate through the bucket to the floor. Make sure that the fireplace, the ashes are all cold and that there is no hot anything inside the chimney. This is crucial. So one of the first things that we're going to want to do is remove any ash from the firebox. The immediate opening here is called the firebox. Right here, you'll have a metal bar called a lintel. Above this is your damper. Above the damper is your throat. And then you have your smoke chamber, which if you ever look at a chimney from the outside of a house, they come down, they get a little bit wider at the base. The part where they get wider is the smoke chamber. This is essentially a funnel that helps the smoke, heat, embers go up into the flue. The smoke chamber is just behind this wall here. So first, we're going to want to start with removing the ash from the firebox and then detailing the firebox so that we have a cleaner work environment, because we're going to need to stick our heads in here in a minute to see where the fireplace flue is so we know where to send the brush. We want to try to keep as much of this soot off of us as possible. It's carcinogenic. The more of it that gets on you for the more time, the more likely you are to develop health-related effects from the exposure. So anything you can do to keep this off your skin is crucial. We're just going to scoop from here and place it in the bucket. We're going to have the vacuum running. That way we don't get big ploofs of ash coming out of the bucket. And we'll go ahead, we'll turn the vacuum on, and hopefully there won't be too much noise pollution as we're doing this. So now that we have all the ashes removed from the floor of the fireplace, we can move on to sweeping the walls and getting a lot of this type of debris off the walls of the fireplace. At this point, we're actually going to be going inside, so we're going to want to actually put on a respirator at this point, and I'm going to turn the vacuum back on, and we'll go from there. Now, something I like to do is take the vacuum hose and I stick the hose up inside of our smoke chamber, which we can see up there. And we can see we've got the hose stuck between the damper door itself. I decided to leave the damper in this time. And we have this bucket just holding the hose in place. So as soot comes down the chimney, it stays in the smoke chamber and less of it ends up in this box area here, which is crucial. So from this point here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to start actually sweeping the chimney. So I've identified that the flue is off to the right a little bit here. It is a 12-inch flue, so we're going to use a 12-inch brush. Or snap and sweep head here is simply just click on like so. Make sure it's nice and tight. It is not going to come off. Send this up inside, feel around. It should pop in just like that. Take another rod. They'll walk just a bit further. So now we're inside the flue. We can wait for this dust to settle down just a little bit here. And we can take a look just to verify. Yep, we're inside the flue. So we're going to want to turn on our vacuum cleaner. And that will help keep all the soot and the ash up in the chamber, like I was saying earlier. And here we go. So we know we just reached the top of the chimney because I can feel the rod hitting the chimney cap at the top. And there's also a loud audible thud. Some chimneys don't have a chimney cap, so you can always just walk outside, take a look, and look for the brush sticking out at the top of the chimney. This chimney has a cap, so we can tell that we're at the top. These rods are 3 feet in length. Like I was saying, the lintel is right here. So we sweep from here to this button here. We know that's 3 feet of chimney that we swept. If you go back up or down, all down there, you're done 3 feet. We can disconnect this rod. Repeat the same process. Down to the next button, up. Down to the next button, and up it. And we'll repeat the process with the vacuum running again and again until eventually we stop seeing the soot coming down. The first couple times it's going to be very sooty. I've already pre-swept this chimney for the sake of the video. But basically, we're going to do this 2 or 3 times each PEX. So I wanted to take a minute to also talk about our rotary sweep system. It comes with the snap and sweep kit. All you need is a cordless drill. You can also use a corded drill, but a cordless drill is recommended. Preferably a cordless drill with a clutch. Clutchless drills can get bound up and can twist up and cause an injury. A drill with a clutch will stop itself and save you a lot of hassle. The kit comes with a drill adapter that simply just goes inside the drill like so and tightly found. And we have a rotary handle that attaches to the drill. So as it's spinning, we can guide in and out of the chimney without getting our hands all twisted up. Do not grab this part, only hold the handle. You have the rotary head, which has these strands on it. We also have chains, we have thicker strands, we have smaller strands, just different aggressiveness for different levels of creosote buildup. Creosote works in 3 levels. 3rd stage creosote would require a professional to remove. However, fly ash, sooty powders, level 1 and 2 creosote buildup, traditional hand sweeping like we covered in the other video can be taken away as well as with this. So anyway, we have our snap and sweep rod here. Simply just attach the rotary head like so. I'm going to place this up inside into the flue. Add a couple rods here. This home is a short little ranch with only about a 15-foot flue. So we only need a couple of rods till we reach the top here. Awesome. There we are. So take our drill, attach it like so. I like to stand off to the side with a foot up, and I guide in and out. And same as before with hand sweeping, we just go from button to button. And so this is the firebox that we mentioned earlier. And if we come up here, we'll see this is our damper. And there's going to be a pin right here and another pin over there. You simply pull the cotter pins out and the damper will lift up and come up. Some dampers have a gear that goes in the middle right here. And you'll have a rod on the front of your fireplace that you twist like so. You just pull that out, the gear will fall, and the damper comes out the same way. Some, the handle is in the middle, same process. Pull out the little pin, pull the handle out, door lifts up to the side and comes out. This door was a little bit stuck inside, but just above it is the smoke chamber, which I want to show you here in just a second. So here's our smoke chamber in our transition to the flue just above. And that's mainly what we're looking for when we go to send the brush inside, is this the position of the flue in relation to the smoke chamber. As we're sweeping the chimney, we want to make sure that we get these interior walls of the chamber and that behind our damper frame, we clean up any debris and all this piled up stuff back here. So that's the wrap. I hope that everything that we covered here today gives you more confidence, more insight, and more understanding to the anatomy of a chimney, how to sweep a chimney. If you would like to purchase any of this stuff, you can visit our website. We have a find a distributor tool that will help you find where you can purchase this stuff. If you're an industry professional, you can go through just about any chimney supply or distributor that you use. They almost all carry our products. You can also send an email to info@WöhlerUSA.com. I myself or any of other representatives will see that email and will help you the best that we can. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and thanks for choosing Wohler USA.